Hey my queens and my kings, welcome back to my channel. And for today, I just decided to share a story that I feel like it will help so many people that have been in my situation. So in order to understand me a little bit better, I just wanted to share my bullying story, because I was bullied for 3 good years in middle school, and those years kind of impacted me the most. And I think I feel like I still have some deep-seated issues because of certain things that people did to me in school. And I think that in order for me to officially heal from all that, I need to help someone. I need to tell my story so that it can help other people know that they can overcome anything that comes into they can overcome anything that happens to them, and that what other people do to you really isn't your fault. How people treat you isn't your fault. Sometimes people have issues that they don't know how to handle, so they lash out on other people. And maybe middle school is a time where everyone is trying to find themselves and trying to fit in, and a lot of people feel like making fun of other people is a way to fit in. And it's kind of sad because we live in a society where it's easier now to bully people on social media and have things go viral. No one wants to help one another, and people will see you struggling and won't say anything, and that's kind of like sad. So I'm just gonna tell my story, and I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there that if you're triggered by any of the things that I say in the video, I suggest that you watch this video with someone else. And yeah, so just enjoy my video. So in order to understand my bullying story, I need to take you back to when, before middle school, was in elementary school. I was in 4th grade, and up until that point, I had always been the little cute child. I was very skinny and petite. I had like very fair skin. I don't know, like whenever my mom said that when I was born I had like fair skin, and I was light skinned all the way up until I was 4 years old. I mean, not 4 years old, in 4th grade, which I love my skin now. And I just think that like you should embrace yourself no matter what shade you are, because all of that is sets us as black people back, and it kind of has like the whole issue with self-hatred, internalized hatred, and we're not promoting that on this channel. But anyways, so I was in 4th grade, and up until that point I was like the pretty child. Like I was like small and petite. I would wear cute little clothes my mom would dress me up in, and I had a picture where probably insert it somewhere here, where I was wearing like a red dress, and I was feeling so cute. And then after that I went to like a little party thing that my school was hosting in the gym, and like I felt so cute and pretty and stuff like that. So then fast forward until I'm in 5th grade. I don't know what happened. I had like a early signs of puberty started to hit. I started to gain weight. My skin became a bit darker as I grew into my skin color. What else happened? I began to gain weight, began to get a little bit of acne start forming. And like my hair, I was very insecure about my hair because like I used to get perms, and everything was just like making things a target for me to get bullied. But I didn't really get bullied in 5th grade. So now all of this is happening. My body is changing. I'm not really understanding my body. I'm not really understanding myself. I'm beginning to slowly get low self-esteem. So we reach 6th grade Mary. I don't really know if I have pictures of myself. So like I was going through a lot of stuff during that time with my body changing and stuff like that. So like fast forward to 6th grade Mary. And 6th grade Mary was like, well, okay, so understand what happened to me in 6th grade, which traumatized me. Till this day, like I remember this incident vividly because it was very embarrassing. So during that time, like my family, like I come from a big family. We're a family of 8. I have 5 other siblings, 2 sisters and 3 brothers. So my family, like, I always have been that child, like, I wouldn't bother my parents for the latest new sneakers or new clothes so I can fit in with other people. I would just accept whatever my parents give me. So one day in particular, I was in well, people have been like picking on me here and there, but like this bullying incident was really like hard to deal with because I didn't understand like why people are the way that they are. But I was in science class, and I'm not going to disclose the teacher's name because like I don't want to defame other people just because they didn't do their job well. But I was in a science teacher's class, and I think I was in 6th grade, most likely in 6th grade or 7th grade. It was the first instance of I think it must have been 7th grade. Yeah, it was in 7th grade. And my parents, like, I'm that child that I just accept whatever. So my mom or dad gave me money, and I went to Payless and I bought Airwalks. So like me, I'm not thinking anything of it. But like New York City people like have got to be one of the harshest and rudest people when it comes to like clothes that you wear. Which to this day I don't understand because like for me, I just wear whatever I feel like is cute and looks put together. But like people try and make other people feel bad, which I just feel so bad for some of them because it's kind of like you want to deflect the attention from yourself so that you use things such as materialistic things to make yourself feel like you're doing something when in actuality you're really not doing anything. But so I wore the Airwalk sneakers that day, and during that day I had like an issue with one of my group of friends, and I decided to sit at a different section than I normally sit. So I was sitting there by myself minding my own business. And then one of my other friends, who I don't understand why she did that at that time. She's not my friend now, but like one of my other friends, she decided she was going to have a paper being passed around and have people sign it and write "Who likes Mary?" And I'm just like, are you... I'm not even going to say how embarrassing that made me feel because it was drawing attention to me for unnecessary reasons, and people had already made fun of me. So it was just like, why would you do that? But anyways, the paper goes around to these 2 girls that I know that they don't like me. So then one of the girls was like, oh, no one likes Mary. And then the other one was like, yeah, because no one likes her with her Airwalks. And then everyone started laughing at me in the class. And then I'm an empath and I'm very sensitive. So I just start crying. And my teacher didn't do anything. All she did was tell me, Mary, do you want to go to the bathroom and clean yourself up? She didn't help me. She didn't say anything against the students. She probably said a few little things, but she didn't really help me the way I wanted to be helped. And that really stuck with me because I was just thinking to myself, like, had one person said that's not right to bully her, I feel like I could have like enjoyed my middle school years more, because I feel like it's kind of like the thing where like repressed memories type of thing, where like you only remember you kind of like actively try and forget certain things that happened to you, but you to the point that you can't even remember the good things that happened to you during that time. I'm pretty sure I had good memories, but will I remember them as much as I remember traumatic bad experiences? Probably not. Yeah. Okay, so then the next incident was, I think, in 7th grade too. So like, you know how embarrassing it is to use the bathroom in school. People will make fun of you if you do a number 2 in the bathroom. So like, I really had to use the bathroom. So I went and did number 2. And long and behold, one of these other people again that are notorious for being mean and stuff to other people, and she also she's popular as well. So like, she sees me, she probably saw me come into the bathroom, and then I ended up doing number 2, obviously. And then she goes in when after I come out, she's like, oh, you know, Mary went into the bathroom and did number 2, and then there was like, oh, and somebody came and defended me, and it was like, so what? Why do you care if she's using the bathroom? Something along those lines. And I was like, for once, someone is mature enough to like stand up for me, even though like I began to like dislike certain people after a while in middle school, because it's just like, you act one way in front of other people, but then you, to my face, you're trying to be something different that you're not. But it was hard time in middle school. Like, I also, being an African girl, like, I was the only person that was African that I knew in my school. Besides the principal, who was Ghanaian as well. Shout out to him because he was a real one. But him and my mom grew up in Ghana together. And it's so ironic how God places people in your life years later again. But it was weird. But my mom knew the principal. So I was the only African person besides my principal. A few other people too, but like in my main grade level, I was the only African person. So people would just say very insensitive things to me, ask me dumb questions. To this day, I just don't understand why. But like, ignorance is bliss. When you're younger, you say the most ignorant things because you don't know any better. It's not until you go to high school and college that you understand, or just like life experiences in general, that you learn that there's different people out there that exist, and all the stereotypes that you formed in your head, ultimately you kind of like adjust your schema to adopt to new information that you get about people, so then your mentality about things changes. But people used to make fun of me about being African, and that just like hurt my feelings even more, because I'm just like, am I not enough? And the sad part about it is that it was people, the members of my own race, like we were all black, but somehow, because I was African, I was a different kind of person. I was not considered as everyone else. I was different, and everyone made me realize that I was different pretty early. They were like, some boy, he used to ask me dumb questions. He was like, oh, do you guys live in trees? And then they asked me like, do we see like animals such as tigers and monkeys and stuff? I'm just like, seriously? And then someone asked me, the same guy asked me a dumb question. He was like, oh, do you guys wipe your butt with leaves? I'm just like, seriously? The level of ignorance that was going on in my middle school. And the weird thing about it too was, a few years prior, I think when I was in like 5th grade or 4th grade, I remember my principal at the time, he used to hold African Day. And African Day was a day where people would wear African inspired clothing and just go and showcase things about Africa. But I feel like there needs to be more cultural events being placed in certain schools, like especially in middle school, elementary school, high school level, so that we can all learn about each other's different cultures and break those stereotypes that keep on being perpetuated in media about people, because those things do not make sense. But anyways, that happened, and I was just like, okay. So then I kept feeling like I was an outcast even more. I was just like, what am I doing that people just do not like me for? And even people during those times, like when I was in 8th grade, I believe, started to get even bad acne. And you know, like my parents always believed that if you pop the acne, like it will go down and stuff. Yeah, it will go down, but then it will leave you a significant mark. And I have a big forehead, a big prominent forehead. So like when I have like little dark marks on my forehead, obviously attention is going to be drawn to it. So I remember another guy in my school, he made fun of me. And like he was saying something so stupid, and he was like, oh, that's why your forehead is so big, that's why like it looked like you can connect the dots. And I was just so like angry, because I just still don't understand why people are so mean. And like I just don't understand. But anyways, like there was another incident where I was in the gym. There's 2 incidents of me being in the gym, but let me just talk about the first one. I was in the gym, and like certain people just made me feel like I didn't belong with them, and it just doesn't make sense. But this other guy, let's say his name is Harold. He was playing with other girls and like play fighting and whatever with them. And like I didn't play fight with him because I know I don't like him like that. But he was play fighting with them. And then he came out of nowhere and hit me. And I was chasing after him to go hit him back. And then he comes out of nowhere and being all defensive, and then he hits me like he's hitting a dude. And then I just started getting emotional and started getting even more angry. And then other people, instead of defending me, they're like, oh, why were you playing with him? Why were you trying to play with him? No one defended me. No one even said like what he was doing was wrong. And the only person that even said anything was the gym teacher. And it really like hurt my feelings because again, I don't know, understand like why I had to go through all this pain for no reason. Like, it just made me so even angry and made me feel like the school system failed me because like they didn't really help me the way I felt like I needed to be helped. But anyways, there's another incident. I believe I was in 8th grade at this time. And like I had a group of friends and one of them I didn't really like her, which I'm okay, I'm over it, but like it just stung with me. Like I don't know, like I was playing with some other person in the gym. And then let's say this other person, Susie, she comes in, she keeps trying to bother me, and I'm like, leave me alone. And then like she wouldn't stop. And then eventually like I just got fed up and then we started having an argument and quote unquote fighting, which even though till this day I still don't even think it was a fight. It was just arguing back and forth and throwing people's stuff, which I felt like it's just stupid. So we were just fighting and we were doing this and that. And I'm just like, this fight is just so dumb and idiotic. But like, I don't know. People feel like they need to conform and be something that they're not so that everyone can find them acceptable, and they will treat anybody who they find as a target that won't say anything, treat them wrong. And it's like, come on. But yeah, she did that, and then she kicked my book bag and threw it somewhere. I'm just like, why are you doing this? You're my friend, and then now all of a sudden you turn your back on me and treat me like a piece of crap. Like what? And then I got fed up, and then people were egging me on, so I just threw her book bag in the garbage because I was just like, you're not about to do that to me, especially if I didn't even do anything to you. Which sometimes certain people claim to be your friend, and then you'll see how quick they will turn fake on you for no reason. They decided to treat you this way, they just end up treating you this way. So like another incident I had was, again, I was in the classroom, in English class, and I had to at least be in 8th grade at this time as well. And I didn't really talk to my group of friends because somehow we had an argument about something so stupid. One of my quote unquote best friends at the time, her name was, let's call her Marissa. So me and Marissa are pretty cool. She's a year younger than me, but she got put into the same grade as us. She got skipped a grade. So like we were pretty good friends, and we both had the same initials, so it's pretty cool that I had a best friend that we both clicked together. But anyways, I don't know what happened. And I was talking, cause like she used to have her hair natural, and then she got a perm, and then she was slowly transitioning into being natural again. So then we were talking about hair, and then I was like, oh, I want to go natural, but my mom wouldn't let me, because at the time my mom didn't really like natural hair, and she wouldn't allow me to cut my hair or go do the big chop or transition in any kind of way. So like I was just learning how to braid my own hair. Like during those times is when I learned how to braid my own hair, because like if my mom and dad are telling me no, I'm gonna figure out a way to learn how to do stuff on my own so that I don't have to bother them for a lot of money to do some hairstyle that I can just do myself. And at the time, YouTube was starting to get popular. So around 2006, 2007, 2008 era is when I started learning how to do my own hair. But anyways, so like we started talking about hair, and I was like, maybe my hair might be longer than yours, maybe not, I don't know. And she took one comment that I made and like blew it out of proportion, started getting mad. And like every one of my friends that were in the friend group, even the ones that were like acquaintances with me but didn't really like me as much, they started to gang up on me and then didn't want to talk to me as well. And I'm just like, again, pettiness. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes you just never know who is not good for you until they prove themselves that they're not good for you. But that's a whole nother story. But so that happened, and then we went to English class, and then my teacher, let's call her Mrs. Mrs. Morris. Okay, so like we were in her class and we're doing something. I don't know what we're doing. And then all of a sudden, like, they start like picking it on me and ganging up on me. And I'm sitting in front of them, and they're sitting all in the back, being like they can't talk to me. And one friend who I know who's very nice, but I feel like at the time she was put at a sticky situation, so she just wanted to go with the majority instead of defending me, which I don't understand till this day why people do the things that they do. But through my experiences, I learned that certain times people have this group mentality that they have to be with the group, and if they stand out in any kind of way, they don't want other people to bully them, so they figure that it's okay to just do the things that they do to people. But it's okay. So we were sitting in classroom, and I don't know what happened, but like, and they ended up saying something to me that ended up making me cry. And then like at the same time, like I was going through a lot of personal things as well in my life. I don't really remember, but someone was saying something that they said about me when they didn't even say anything about me. It was just that person trying to make me cry even more and laugh at me. So then that happened, and I was just so embarrassed. And the only person that stood up for me was Miss Morris. She was like, "Oh, don't do that to her, don't." And she stood up for me, and I was just like, "Wow, thank you. Someone is standing up for me," and it makes me feel like, oh, at least they see that this is a problem. They see that it's going on. Okay, there's another incident. So I went to Puerto Rico in 8th grade as well, and we were in San Juan, and it was like the reason why we even got a school trip to Puerto Rico was because like my other teacher, let's call her Miss Perez, she coordinated with the school to have like funding for a group of students who passed the Spanish class to go to Puerto Rico for a week. And it was like an all-included trip that cost like around $300 and something, which like I don't even know how I could even afford it at the time. All I can say is God is good, because my parents were able to gather money, and then I was able to sell candies and stuff in order to pay for the trip. But I ended up going. I ended up being one of the students that were selected to go. So then we were in the resort, right? And we were in the hotel. I forget, it was one of the prestigious, nice hotels. So like we all decided to get to go to the pool area, and the pool area had like an indoor, like, it's not an indoor, but it has like an let's say like Six Flags, for example. You know how like it has those water slides and stuff like that. The hotel had that. So like I don't know how to swim, so I was very cautious about going on those things and making sure that I was in an area where I can stand fully and not drown. So like I was going on those a couple of times. I was fine. So then I'm just like roaming around in the pool area. The pool area is large, and then it goes from like I think 4 feet all the way until like 8 feet, 8 or 10 feet as you move along. So like I'm going closer to the 4 feet area, and then like the boys that went on the trip, they like to do this thing where they pick girls up and push them in the water. Whatever. So they did that, and I think I was warning them that I couldn't swim, so I was trying to avoid them. And one of them came, picked me up, and dropped me in the pool, and I nearly drowned. Like I nearly had a near-death experience because I couldn't swim, so like I was panicking. And then my eyes started rolling back, and God, oh my God, God is so good, because like my teacher was right there, and she came in to save me, and then she knew what to do, and then I was fine. And then like I was so pissed off at the boys for doing that, so I didn't talk to them. And the stupid part about it was that they were mad at me because I was mad at them. I'm like, seriously? But anyways, those are my experiences from middle school, the ones that I can remember anyways. Because a lot of them I just have blocked them out of my mind, because I don't actively try and think about all the negative things that have happened to me, because they just cause me to be more sad, and we're not trying to do that anymore. We're not trying to sit up here and dwell on the past experiences that people have done to you. Whatever someone has done to you is not your fault, and do not blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't say, oh, if I look like this, if I was this, then maybe they will like me better. You can do anything in the world for them to like you, and they still will not like you. Why they won't like you? Because there's something about you that shines so bright that they don't want it to shine. Like, there's a quote by Bell Hooks that says something about you having power, but people see it and they don't want it to exist. Do you know how powerful you are? How different, unique you are? Don't allow anyone to tell you that you're not. Don't allow people and their commentary or the things that they do to bully you and bring you down. Because in a few years from now, you'll be left with the decisions that you make. And everybody, even the people that bully you, will be left with the decisions that they choose to make when they were younger. Sometimes people have issues and they try and make other people go through things because they feel like you're naive, you're weaker than them, and they know that because you won't stand up for yourself, that's you're an easy target to make fun of. No, learn to defend yourself, and if it gets to a point where they threaten to fight you, please inform a teacher, please inform someone that can help you out. Don't allow anyone to do that to you, because we don't stand for bullies. Bullying is not something that I want to see anybody on this channel that's watching my video do. You cannot be sitting around here doing that to people and think that is okay. We're human beings. Don't allow another human being to have power over you. The only person that you should even allow to have any sort of power and reign in your life is God. And if you don't believe in God, there's a higher purpose and there's a higher being for you. You have a purpose. And I'm going to give you some few things that helped me overcome bullying. First, believing in God. Because having a higher purpose, believing in a higher purpose has helped me to realize that the situations that I'm going through will not last forever. Two, I had a good support system, i.e. my family. My family, I come from a big family, so even when other people didn't accept me, at least when I knew I could come home and have family to chit chat with, and have family that can distract me a little bit from the issues that I was going through. And plus, my parents are the type of people that they value education, and especially my mom. She was not going to allow me to sit home because of people bullying me. That was not about to happen. What other things? Now that I think about it, psychology really has helped me understand, because it helped me to empathize more with why people have done the things that they've done to me and really have an understanding. Because I feel like if you have a greater understanding of why people do the things that they do, you can be more of, I guess it can help you to understand that certain people have issues that they go through, and it might not have nothing to do with you, but because you're an easy target, that is why they're doing the things that they do to you. And ultimately, just have a better thought process and a better mindset, and understand that you'll be fine. This period in your life won't last forever. And I'm just so thankful for the person that I am now, because the person that I am now went through so much, but I can smile knowing that I've been through these things, and I can offer my experiences as a way to help other people get through any difficulties and challenges that they've experienced. And yeah, I just realized one day I realized I cannot put all people's issues on myself. I cannot allow people to have reign and power over me, because they don't matter. And whatever that they did to me, yeah, it affected me, but I don't have to continue to allow it to affect me and cause me to be in emotional distress and in trauma. You know how bad that is when people bully you. What it can do to your mental health long term. Because of some of these things that I've experienced, I have a bit of social anxiety. I'm not really trusting of people, because I don't know if people are gonna do malicious things to me, because I experienced so many bad friendships and so many negative, toxic people that came into my life just to ruin me. But I'm here to offer encouragement to people, and this video is to show that I've officially let it go. I've officially let it out in the atmosphere, and I'm okay. I'm fine. All of these experiences happened to me, and they're in the past. And the new Mary will not bring herself to be back in that mindset of thinking negative, of having self-defeating thoughts, of thinking that I'm not good enough, that genuine people won't come into my life, because there are genuine people. Sometimes you just have to weed out the negative people in order to officially be the person that you're meant to be. So with that, I'm just going to say, keep being happy. Don't allow people to ever cause you to be depressed, commit suicide. Don't allow that. And if that's happening to you where you're feeling depressed and you want to commit suicide, I feel like there's a lot of resources, and when I find them, I'll link them down below. There's one called Better Health, I think, that a lot of YouTubers have been promoting. And also, if you can get in contact with your school counselor and they're really good and they're not one of these shitty school counselors that don't help people, please go to them. Please talk to them about your experiences, because you need help, you need support, and you shouldn't be suffering in silence. And I just want to say, you're amazing. You are meant to be in this world to make an impact. Do not allow anyone, I'm going to tell you this again, do not allow anyone to ruin you and ruin your spirit, okay? Because you're meant to be an amazing person. How can anyone do that to you? It's okay. I'm convinced they're not okay if they're doing that to you. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did, please share with other people that you think that this can impact and help. And also, give this video a big thumbs up, please. And also, subscribe so you can join the family, so that you can be positive and be the spark that lights up the world. And with that, I just want to say bye.